Hello everyone. How are you students? You are fine, obviously. Welcome back again. Today we are going to start the next chapter of the class 8th science, that is chapter number 5, coal and petroleum. Coal and petroleum, that are resources. And what do you mean by the resources? Before we want to start the topic, you should know about the resources. What is resources? Simple meaning, anything or any material which are used for the human being, which are essential for the human survival, that all material is called resources. Any material, anything, whatever that are used by the human beings for its, and that is essential for its survival, that is called resources. Generally we can categorize the resources into category. One is natural resources, another one is man-made. Man-made means it was made by the man. Different types of items are there, a lot of items are there, but in this chapter we will study only natural resources. And different types of natural resources are there, students. Sunlight, air, soil, coal, petroleum, natural gases, whatever are there. Natural resources, again, it is classified into categories. First one is inexhaustible natural resources. See the word inexhaustible. Exhaustible means that natural resources that can be exhausted, that can be completed when it is not properly consumed by the human being. Inexhaustible means when it cannot be exhausted by the human activity. It cannot be exhausted by the human activity. This type of natural resources is called inexhaustible natural resources. So inexhaustible natural resources that cannot be exhausted, it means it is present in unlimited quantity. Whether we are discussing about it, it cannot be exhausted, it cannot be damaged, it cannot be consumed properly, completely. It means it is present in unlimited quantity, right? So like example, air and sunlight, it is present in unlimited quantity. You can utilize it maximum. But another aspect is there, exhaustible natural resources. It means that can be exhausted by human consumptions. It means it is present in limited quantity. Like your forest, you will continue cut the forest and there will be no reforestation, no afforestation will be there. What will be the end result? The end result will be forest will be depleted, forest will be disappeared from the ground. Same thing in the case of mineral, same thing in the case of coal and petroleum and natural gases. So this type of resources is called exhaustible resources that can be exhausted. Now, what is fossil fuels? Your coal and petroleum natural gases are called fossil fuels. What do you mean by the fossil fuel? Try to learn the definition, try to understand the concept of the fossil fuels. Fuels, the substances that gives us energy, right? That is called fuel. What is called fossil? The dead remains of plants and animals. Listen it properly. Fossil means dead remains of plants and animals. That is called fossil. So what is fossil fuel? The fuel which is obtained by fossil, that is called fossil fuels, like your coal and petroleum. So in this chapter we will discuss about the coal and the petroleum. Right now we start from the coal. Coal. What is coal? Coal is hard in nature, black color, and it is used to produce steam to run engines. Especially in earlier times, railway engines was run through the steam, and that steam was produced by the using or burning of the coal. It is also used in the power plant to produce electricity. Electricity is also produced by the coal. How? Coal provide water to energy. Water is converted into steam. Steam is applied on the turbine. Turbine will move and the electricity will be produced. You will study about the different types of energy conversion forms in the class 10th. So it is the uses of the coal. Now, how coal was formed? It is assumed that millions of years ago, that is short form Maya, millions years ago, dense forest was there on the earth. Due to natural calamities, earthquake, volcano eruptions, right, tsunamis, the dense forest was buried under the earth due to natural calamities. Dense forest was buried under the earth, and after some time, 1 minute. After some time, that was covered by the sand, water, and clay. Under the earth, there was high temperature and pressure. There were no air, there were no oxygen. So, in the absence of oxygen under high temperature and pressure, the wood of the dense forest convert into coal. The conversion of wood into coal, that process is called carbonization. What is carbonization? The conversion of wood into coal, that process is called carbonization. Carbonization process is very slow process and it takes thousands of years to complete. It means this is the process by which coal is produced, or we can say coal is formed. I am repeating. Dense forest that was present on the surface under due to the natural calamities, it was buried under the earth due to high temperature and pressure. The wood of the forest was converted into the coal. That process is called carbonization. It is very slow process. It takes thousands of years to form. Clear? Now, different types of varieties of coal is found. Basically, 4 types of variety is there: peat, lignite, bituminous, and anthracite. Peat, lignite, bituminous, anthracite, the different categories of the coal is based on the carbon content. Basically, it contains the carbon, but the composition of carbon, that is different. The process of conversion of wood into coal, that is called, what? Carbonization. So wood will convert into coal by the steps, by step. First, it will form peat coal, then peat convert lignite, lignite to bituminous, bituminous to anthracite. Best quality of the coal, that is anthracite, because it contains maximum amount of carbon. Clear? So that was different varieties of coal. Now, coal mines in India. What are the areas, what are the states in the India where coal mines are there? First and most important, the most production, that is Jharkhand. In Jharkhand, Jharia and Bokaro, that are famous mines. Chhattisgarh, Odisha, West Bengal, and in West Bengal, Raniganj. That are the coal mines in India. So, dear students, in this whole section, we study about resources. 2 types of resources: natural resources, man-made resources. Right? Natural resources 2 types: inexhaustible, exhaustible, that can be exhausted. So, inexhaustible, coal and petroleum, natural gases were there. We started first coal. We started the properties of the coal, right? And how coal is formed, and different varieties of the coal, and finally we studied about the coal mines in India. So this is our first lecture about the coal and petroleum. We will prepare short videos of the 10 to 15 minutes, and I will try to complete the whole chapter into 5 to 6 sections. I am sure that you will clear all the concept, all the questions, all the doubts regarding this topic. If still you have any doubt, you can contact either comment box, you can type your questions, either doubt section, you write down it. I will try to give your answers. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, stay home, stay safe. धन्यवाद.